First of all, I would like to say that as I was mentioning that, of course, this is a new phase of India, and today youngsters are very much ready for startup because they are, I think, having more resources and knowledge available today for the startups. Now, what it's been, there for quite a while. Of course, when I was there with working with Oris, and I was, being invited in couple of the colleges earlier, and then after that also, I've carried it the same way, because for me it's important that today youngsters, when they go for a startup, I mean, there is, of course, it should not be a route to bypass the fact that they don't want to, join some company, or they don't want to appear into, interviews basically for selections. Because it's kind of a fancy tag today, to have a startup, and the reality is very different. The startup entrepreneur, needs to do much more work in all direction than compared to, joining a company and, getting some good experience, on hand experience. So that should not be there. And I think in India, the starting small businesses have been a practice for a good time, long time, and it's being, there for generation. There are, certain places, and you must have seen, a guy who's running a food joint, his next generation comes and take over. A kirana shop guy, who's running a kirana business, his next generation takes over. Similarly, the small business is being a practice. So the idea was just to, give them the basically the some sort of an insight that before they start, because most of the time you start a startup today when they, they either take the, some sort of a hand loan from their parents or friends or family basically, and they had some capital, and from there they start actually. But so food, first of all, I would like to say it looks very simple, yeah. The biggest challenge in food is that it look very simple, and you go to a restaurant, you see crowd out there, you go, hang around with your friends, and you feel, yeah, this is something which we can very easily do, yeah. And we are just chilling around in a cafe, and why not I start this? So that's the thought which every youngster gets today.
True.